Hello and welcome to Flippin and Mashing, a podcast that takes forever to come out, but it's about pinball, basement gaming, fun things.
Beer.
Yeah, drinking. We'll see where this goes.
Could lead into a lot of different things.
I'm your host Parnell, and with me is
This is Bob.
Hey Bob. This is like the Twin Ports edition.
Yeah. Number 2 for me. So I'm pretty excited.
Let's not make it like poop though.
We're going to eventually talk about poop, maybe even. It's going to get that dirty.
Well, we are drinking beer.
Yeah, so it's going to actually happen.
Okay. So I got Bob and me. And we're going to talk about, because we haven't talked since 2DCon. I mean, we've talked, but not on air.
Right. Yeah, we've talked a lot since then. But
So we better crack some brews. I got Earth Rider, Raspberry Crush.
Oh, yeah. So we're going to just rep Earth Rider right now. And I have a Duluth Coffee Pale Ale. Very excited.
The beer I had right before this was a Earth Rider Precious Materials, which is how do you pronounce it? Is it Hell's or Hellas?
I think it's Hellas.
Hellas Brewery? Sorry, Hellas Lager.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You said you didn't like it very much, but
It's not my favorite of theirs. But we're going to...
You know what's not my favorite? A coffee stout.
Coffee stout. This is a coffee pale.
Coffee pale ale.
Ugh.
Sounds like number 2.
Listen closely. Oh, even smells like morning time. And it's
If that doesn't make you poop, I don't know what will.
I already have to, so it's just gonna make it worse.
All right, so we've had a lot of changes to our lives / game rooms, but we really need to jump in the time machine into that DeLorean, and we got to go back to 2DCon.
Seems like forever ago.
I don't really remember.
Yeah,
And it's not because Sunday really sucked waking up.
yeah. The day we left was rough. Let's just say that
We had a little too much fun Saturday night.
it was. Was it Saturday? Yeah, because we left on Thursday. It was 4 days of fun. So, yeah, let's look back and see what were the highlights. I guess.
Yeah, so our friend Ryan, who was on the podcast before, I think he ran the arcade section, maybe, but he ran the pinball section for sure. And so he invited us down and to bring games. Mm-hmm. So we brought as many as we could. We literally had...
You packed 7 in
Was
there?
it the biggest enclosed or the second biggest?
For U-Haul, I think it was the biggest.
Yeah, it was like a 6x12,
Yeah.
maybe.
But yeah, we got all 7 in there.
We had 7 games.
Yeah.
And it was packed.
It was packed.
But the P3 was giant.
The P3 broke our backs, and Sunday was the worst one on Sunday. And, well...
Packing up 7 games is not fun.
No, not hungover. And sweaty.
So we ended up bringing the P3 with Weird Al, only that playfield. Then I brought 8-Ball Deluxe,
Yep.
TNA.
Yep. Then you had roller disco at my.
Oh, that's right. We had Roller Disco.
Yep. And then Flash and Rescue 911.
Which is the best.
That's a beast too, but not as bad as P3. And Party Animal.
Yep, and we brought Jesse's Party Animal.
Yeah, Party Animal was actually the second worst.
That game is heavy as heck.
I did not realize it was going to be that heavy.
Yeah, I don't want to move that again.
Yeah, no.
We're going to call Jesse.
Yep, Jesse,
Jesse,
if you're listening to this, you got to come pick up your Party Animal if it breaks or something happens with them, because
we're going to replace it with anything that's lighter.
Anything. The thing is a beast.
Maybe even a big buck hunter.
Oh my god! I have not played that yet.
That game. Oh, the pinball.
Pinball. No.
I did. It was at Blaine Brook for a while. It was pretty fun.
I did travel there too once.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, you had on location.
Yeah, I went down just to visit my sister who lives down in that area.
Down the cities,
and had the two of the 3 kids with me, and we just swung in there, had some pizza, and played.
They have good
games.
bar food. Like,
yeah.
I think I've had burgers there.
Yeah, their pizza was all right. Yeah, it was all right. It was good. But the arcade there, that was pretty awesome.
It's bananas.
They did a really good job there with the arcade. We were there very early.
It's nice there because it's just so big.
Yeah.
There's so much room for the arcade.
Yes.
It's not like our bowling alleys where they give like this tiny little room. It's just, what do they have? Like 40 to 50 pinballs?
Oh, at Blainbrook?
Yeah, but then a huge Redemption arcade.
Yeah, and the Redemption arcade's cool because it's like there's no people there. It's all automated. So like you walk up to a little kiosk with your card that you want all your points on, or your tokens or tickets.
Oh, and you pick it.
Yeah, and you just swipe it, and then the kids can just pick right out of the little revolving thing.
Oh, sweet. I haven't... Yeah. Last time I was there, they were doing some demolition because there's some weird like multi-level tiered things, and they were kind of remodeling the area, I think, to get more pins because it. Okay.
It's like a stadium. Like you walk up and there's a whole bunch up there, and then there's the bottom.
I heard they were kind of having a problem. Like it was a little slow, but then when pinball picked up 4 or 5 years ago, it started becoming way more popular there because they have so many games there.
There's a lot of games there. It was weird though because I remember you saying just make sure to remember to flip them on.
Oh yeah,
they're all off, and we were like there. Like I said, we were there really early. And so the kids walk in and they're like, we can't even play pinball. Nothing's on. And I'm like, oh, no, we get to turn them all on. So the kids are all under there running, turning every single one of them on. I'm like, whoa, we don't need to turn them all on.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, but it was a good time. They had a great time down there.
Did you play anything there that was new to you and you liked?
Yeah, so Cactus Canyon I played.
I heard it was the special edition, right? The new
Yeah,
one.
I believe it was. That was a lot of fun. You could barely hear the call-outs because it got a little bit louder at that time because I didn't get to play pinball until after we ate.
Oh.
Because we had to do arcade the whole time before. But, yeah, that was one that I played. I played Wizard of Oz and Willy Wonka, which they were all right. They were fun. I think we talked about it'd be more fun as a at-home game. But
I like Wizard of Oz a lot. And
in depth.
Yeah, it's a home game, man.
Yeah. It's pretty.
It's very beautiful. It's dark, but it's very beautiful.
Yeah. But yeah, Cactus Canyon was by far my favorite. And then I watched my oldest kid play.
Oh, let me turn off the fireplace.
Ooh, you're going to hear the light rumble in the background.
Crackling of... We don't have heat in the basement.
The crackling of real wood.
My gas fireplace. It might get a little cold down here.
That's right. We have beer to warm us up. What was I going with? I watched my kid play Attack from Mars, and just watching it, I want one.
So Ryan used to have an Attack from Mars, the Chicago gaming remake, the LE. So it had the topper with the alien that danced.
Oh, nice.
And he traded that for a P3, but that is an amazing game.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Some people think it's better than Medieval Madness. I think it's just different.
Sure.
And after having the Monster Bash and playing it recently, it makes me want to just have just the remakes. Like, I'll just get Attack from Mars, add that, and I just want to play my 90s fun games like this stupid call-outs. They're super funny.
They are good. Yep. But you hopefully have a Canyon coming.
Yeah.
Sometime soon.
Between 6 months and 2 years? I don't know.
That's all right. Yeah.
And I don't really care. Yeah. Like,
you got to make room. You still got too many things going on.
I'm not going to get screwed over like my Medieval Madness, but like it should come at some point. My deposit's with Planetary, so like
perfect.
They're a legit license holder, so they should.
Yes.
And so I don't care because we've done some dealings, which mean I need to make up some money.
Right. Yeah, we'll get to that though. Maybe we should jump back, go back, try to get back in time there.
Yeah.
Talk about 2D.
You pulled that DeLorean off the freaking time highway.
Oh, man. We totally went off track on that one.
So we pack up these 7 games. And, get in my truck, and we haul down to like downtown Minneapolis, which we had to back up into this door.
Yeah. It was like middle of rush hour-ish time on a Thursday night.
It was not the most enjoyable part, but he got us a really good parking spot right around the corner.
Yeah.
And so as long as we were able to sneak in there and then we were able to park under a bridge thing, and it was very...
We had a bunch of help, too. Like, we got that thing unloaded quick.
Yeah, like, once we got there...
10, 15 minutes.
And then when someone else was it Steve or somebody, he brought some games.
Yeah.
So we helped him unload 3.
Yeah. But yeah, so we get them all unloaded. We get inside and we see Glenn and John from the pinball.
Glenn wasn't there.
Oh, right. Glenn was there.
But John was there.
Right.
from the pinball place.
Yes.
And he had
what,
10,
15 games down there?
Not 15, but it was 10 or 12.
Yeah, that's true.
And they had a bunch of new games and some older used ones. And they also had them for sale.
Right.
Which was sweet. But we got to play some games that we've never seen.
Exactly. And the fun thing about it was none of them were really unpacked yet, except for a couple.
Oh, when we got there, yeah.
Yeah. So we found John, and we're like, hey, when we get ours done, can we unpack yours?
So that we could play a couple. We set up their games.
Yeah, we set up their stuff for them. Just because we really wanted to play them.
Yeah. Well, and I think the community and the hobby is very helpful. Well, I like to be helpful. You like to be helpful. So we just want to help out.
I mean, there was a little bit for our benefit because we really wanted to play them. One in particular that I saw that I knew I wanted to try out. Was
that Toy Story?
Yeah, no, that one was already set up. That was the first one that was set up.
Star Trek.
No, it was one called Little Legends of Valhalla.
Pissy, did you know about it?
I'd heard about it and I've seen some of it.
I think I knew that they were bringing it because I saw his list, but
I didn't know they were bringing it.
And I wanted to play it, but I didn't know it. I know about it, but I've never seen it or played it, so I was pretty excited too.
Yes. So that one was sitting there, and I'm like, we have to play this.
And I didn't know that you were... Hang on. I didn't know you were into Viking lore.
Oh, yes. Big time. I have literally a Viking ship tattooed on my forearm.
That's your butt cheek.
No.
You can put your pants back up.
That's the one I wiped my... But yeah, no. Like, it was... So
you know what that means,
we got into it.
So what that means is we got to go find a Bally Viking.
Yeah, we had...
And a Stern Lightning, which I did not know was about Valhalla. Like, there's a mode called Valhalla.
Yeah, and that's like a 2-layer, like Black Knight, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that looked fun. Because I remember we saw one for sale. Remember we looked it up a little bit?
Yeah. And if you saw the game, you would have no idea that it involves Vikings.
No, it actually kind of looks like Flash. Like, it has the lightning strike that comes down the back glass.
I think I've seen some for sale, and I was like, hard pass, or whatever, easy pass, because I'm like, what is this? And now I watched gameplay, because I saw people talking about it with the word Valhalla in it.
Oh, okay.
So then I sent you the gameplay, and I'm like, this actually does look fun.
Yeah. And then Viking, Bally's Viking.
Yeah.
We had seen that one before, too, but I didn't really look too much into that one.
Yeah,
so
that's
I don't know
definitely... I've missed one really cheap, but that was years ago.
Yeah.
But that's definitely like Vikings.
Yes. Now getting to the Legends of Valhalla, where
so we park the car.
Yeah.
We come in. We unload our stuff into our hotel room. We come downstairs, and so that was Thursday night, right?
Thursday night. Yep.
So we just set everything up.
Yep.
I mean, the arcade room was like half set up.
Yep. We just focused on all of our games.
So we tried to get all the pinballs set up. So we got our games, and we were helping John out.
Yep.
And
so I think we got everything good to go, and we're finally like, okay, let's go play some of the games at Pinball Place John had brought down, John and Glenn. And I mean, I know I started with Legends of Valhalla. I know I started with that game right away. And then all of a sudden it was hooked. We're watching gameplay. We're trying to figure everything out.
I can't remember if I liked it the first game, but I think you told me, because for some reason you seem to figure out some of the stuff, like what to do. You figured out some of it, and then you told me, and then I got hooked. And then we literally played that the whole time. Yeah,
I think it was all night on Thursday night, all night on Friday night.
John literally thought we were taking it home.
Yeah. Oh, and that's a whole nother story of the last night we were there. I'm pretty sure I made a deal with John on buying that.
Well,
but I
drunk Bob can't be trusted.
Yeah, no. I was way too intoxicated, and I'm pretty sure I came up with a deal with him, but I have no idea what that deal was. I don't even know if I really made a deal with him.
You probably should have just rolled over 9/11.
Yeah,
taken Valhalla.
Yeah, I had the keys to it for a little bit.
Oh, dude, I was so excited. Valhalla seems to have a very, I wouldn't say easy. It's very straightforward, maybe, rule set.
Yeah, it's not too complicated. No.
it's pretty straightforward of like what to do for building up your weapons and then going and fighting these people and locking the boat, whatever.
Yep.
But that upper ramp flipper to the boat is just it's super hard.
Yep.
But it's really satisfying and fun when you hit it.
Agreed.
And then what happened that night is I went back to the hotel room and I was like, we're getting code updates, baby. So I remember I text John, I'm like, hey, we got to get keys to update the hall. Like we were all excited.
To turn it up. We wanted it loud.
Yeah, we wanted the music up. Because the music is great.
Yeah, and we didn't really get to hear much. Or I don't remember hearing much of it. But yeah, I heard the soundtrack's amazing on it. The call-outs are...
The call-outs are good, but they just repeat
They can get repetitive, right.
It's almost like they needed to make multiple call-outs and then just randomize which one gets used.
Change it up a little bit. Yeah.
Like a couple of the newer games like Weird Al and stuff.
Right. Yep.
But man, that was a unknown hotness.
Yeah.
And so we've kind of, ever since that nights, because we literally played it every day.
Yes.
Every night.
Mm-hmm.
We said, hey, we got to find a way to get this.
Yep. So, yeah, it was a fun game that we definitely got hooked on down there. And now I want to own one. But it also is it's a pretty looking game. Like, I did read some things, obviously, like the characters and the paintedness. A lot of people kind of bashed those things on it. But
when it first came out, a lot of people bashed the gore. And I was like, it's Vikings, man. Like, well, on one side of the cabinet had a dead woman. They're like, oh, there's a dead woman on this. And it's like,
yeah, like,
this is Vikings.
Right. Like, they weren't good people.
If it's not your thing,
right.
You can just say it's not your thing.
Right.
But
yeah. I don't know. I mean, yeah. I think it's one of those you start playing it and you figure out everything that needs to go on. It seemed to be a lot of fun. I mean, we watched probably 2-3 hours of gameplay.
Yeah, so what we did was we just tried to battle everybody and we tried to build up our weapon. And then it was just, for some reason, it didn't suck to play over and over and over. No.
We always found something different or new as we were playing.
And I would kind of compare it to Tron, which I don't remember if you played at my house.
I didn't play much at Tron, no.
What else would it be?
But Tron was not a theme for me. Like, I would never got into Tron like, you were, where I'm like, oh yeah, give me Vikings, give me mythology stuff. I'll go for that. So.
I remember every night we would watch gameplay tutorials or at least gameplay and try to, and on the forum, I think they talked about like what you should go for.
Yeah.
And we would just go for that.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That was a fun find. And now it's kind of a potential goal to own
it's a goal
one at some
for
point.
Sure. What else did they? I mean, they had like Toy Story, which
they had a Toy Story GNR.
Oh yeah, don't care.
But they had a drop that wasn't working quite right. Star Trek
Pro,
and then Frankenstein.
Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
Oh, and a Halloween.
Oh,
you want to talk about Halloween?
Halloween has a 2-minute boot time. And people complained about like Spike 2s or Spike 1s booting up like 2 minutes, or at least it felt like a minute.
It did. It was a while.
That thing is, I think it's hot garbage. And I have never liked Halloween or Ultraman. Like, your ball's always hidden. They like use playfields to cover up the main playfield, so you never see your ball. And it's just, it doesn't flow good, and it's super slow. And I hear they kind of get janky on route.
Your mic, I can watch your mic slowly sink as you talk.
You should have told me that.
But it's more fun to watch.
It's just trying to go to my lap.
Slowly tries to rest on your lap, on your nether regions.
There, the fan's done.
On your naughty bits.
But see, then I think with all the hate, you started to like it more, which is ridiculous.
Once people start hating on shit, I'm like, I'm going to find the good in it.
You're such an optimistic person.
I am. But I don't know. I played it a little bit, and I'm like, okay, it's sneaky. Like, the ball sneaks out and kind of comes around, the one side or whatever. And I'm like, but that's Jason. No, Michael Myers, not Jason. Right? Yeah, Michael Myers.
Correct, Michael Myers.
Yeah, Michael Myers. I mean, he's just kind of all of a sudden just pops up out of nowhere. He's like, oh shit, there he is. So that to me was like, okay, maybe that's what they were going for with it. Is it just kind of randomly pops out of nowhere? I don't know if it's
you're the ball as Jason, because there's three little Jasons that pop out of the hedges.
Yeah, they're sneaky too. But I don't know. I didn't hate it, but I also didn't play a ton of it. So, but anyway, what other?
They had some more Sterns. Oh, they had a Rush because I had like 10 loops in a row.
And a Godzilla.
Yeah. Which I didn't play much because we had one on route up here.
It'd been more fun. I wish I do want to play a premium or an LE of Godzilla. I have not.
Yeah. I mean, I would love to play one, but it's just the Pro probably flows better.
Because I know what's the difference? I mean, I know one difference is the building goes up and down, which is kind of cool, but.
And then there's the bridge. There's an added ramp or something, and then it breaks in half.
Oh, okay.
It's neat. It's just, I'm not spending the money.
Oh, yeah, they're expensive. So, yeah, I mean, I will throw a quick shout out for going back to 2DCon to John for the drinks on Saturday night. I don't know if I should thank you.
Well, we had a tournament, and I forgot what his name was that put the tournament on.
Matt.
Yep.
Yes.
And we had a really good time playing that.
Oh yeah,
and I got really far into it.
Yeah.
And I beat John. And I beat all these pro cities players. But then one guy I told him I suck at Rush, which I do.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I had 10,
the best game of your life.
Yeah, I had 10 loops, the upper loops in a row, and he's like, I thought this dude said he sucked at.
Yeah.
And then he comes up and gets 15. He just crushes the crap out of me.
Just keeps going.
So I got knocked out, but that was fun.
Yeah, I forgot about the tournament. That's right.
And
we had a good 30 people, which was awesome.
It was big. And then
we also had 20 games, so it worked out.
Yeah, it was good because we had 7, and then there was Steve brought 3, and there was a couple extra ones.
Yeah. So,
but then after the tournament, we were kind of just hanging out playing Valhalla, and then John he bought us some drinks, and then it was it got too mixed.
We had some.
Yeah, he tell us about Screwball, the whiskey, the peanut butter whiskey.
Peanut butter whiskey.
I think when you're drunk, tastes way better. I kept smelling it.
Yeah, because we were drinking screwdrivers the whole time, right?
Yeah, that's right. Because we had a big bottle of.
We had a big bottle of vodka and a bunch of orange juice.
Yeah.
So we were drinking that most of the time. So yeah, that was fun. Also, big shout out to Ryan for hooking us up and it was fun. We had a good time.
Yeah, since we brought so many games, we got some perks.
Yeah.
So if anybody wants to go to 2DCon next year, they will list out the perks, but you have to bring XYZ games, and you get perks for bringing, more games the better, more perks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we'll bring 7 again.
Right. But we'll definitely go again if the opportunity's there.
Yeah. I think the worst part was just loading games up hungover.
Yes.
Oh, it just hurt.
And I felt bad because I wanted to help John too, because he had all of his games he had to load up. But I was like, we have 7, and I don't think I can make it through 7. I didn't make it through 7.
We were hot, the loading dock area.
Oh,
it was just super hot.
And then they had their garbages out there, and it was hot in there, and it was
hot and stinky. And we're rolling these.
I think I took it like a $5 in the back of the trailer, hanging onto a game. It was one of those where I was hooking up the ratchet strap, and I couldn't do it anymore because I was seeing double, and I was about to not vomit. So I sat down, and I took 5 minutes just to close my eyes. And
well, it didn't help. We had stupid heavy games. If we go, it's we only bring the stupid light games because the
Flash.
80s games could break into 2, so you could take the head and the body separate.
Yes.
The P3 is ridiculous.
Yeah,
Party Animal was crazy heavy. 9/11 was crazy heavy.
Yes. So 8-ball,
TNA
roller
was
disco. Fine. Yeah, TNA was okay.
Yeah, but roller disco is huge.
Roller disco is just
stupid wide body.
It's just wide. She's a big
thick
lady. She got big old thickness to her. But it's not that heavy. It moved. I
suppose
pretty easily.
There's not much to it. Gottlieb did use a lot of wood.
A lot of wood in that thickness.
It was fun though.
Yeah,
I'm glad we did it. It just
we changed a few things.
Yeah, I would not mix my drinking on a Saturday night again.
I don't know, man. I had a good time. I was out there raving, throwing axes.
God. So we're at the hotel bar, and we're drinking with our buddy John. And then we're like, I don't remember if he came. He came back with us. We're like, we want to go play Valhalla again. So we all go back. We're playing Valhalla, and then Bob just disappears. And so I was showing some random dude. He liked TNA, and I'm like, hey, check this out. So I loaded up Rocks on the P3 because it has the same music from Scott Denisi who made TNA. So we're just jamming on Rocks. I had cranked the volume up because there's no one there. What was like 1 a.m.
Yeah.
And then John's talking to some chick, and then you come walking in with some axes. You start hitting everybody, and then you just take off again.
See, I like Vikings have got battle axes.
And you're just like, I'm Raven. And I had to go find you, and you like passed out on the ground.
Yeah, it was a fun night.
And then it was time to go to bed.
Yeah. I think it was like 2 or 3 in the morning though.
Oh yeah, it was late.
But that's what's another thing that's cool is they just leave it open. Like somebody's always there.
Yeah, they leave it open.
But it's open.
Ryan said he leaves it open until he wants to close it down.
Right. So I mean, most nights it was open until at least 2:00, and there was really nobody down there at the time. So I mean, you get your free range of playing.
You can finally play whatever you want.
Right.
It's like the old MGC where the VIP party, if you stay up, they used to just.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying
stay
that.
Late.
Yeah.
And you could finally be able to play the games you want.
When is MGC?
I don't know.
We should look it up. Maybe we should go.
It's in Milwaukee.
7-hour
drive.
That's right. Maybe we'll find a game down there. We'll have to bring a game at least.
We could bring. We'll have to bring 1 or 2 games to get in for free.
We'll talk. We'll get to the games maybe we can bring.
I want to bring the lightest game I can. So 2D-Con was a success.
Yes.
It was just a painful success.
Yes. But I would go back with maybe less games.
We'll have to
and not drinking as much. I say that, but that's always.
I just don't want to mix it. I think the mixing is what caused my hangover. Yeah. If I just drank the same thing, I mean, it might hurt, but it was really painful Sunday morning.
Pretty bad.
I went down to the store and I bought some little Egg McMuffins.
It took me 9 hours
coffee,
to eat that.
And I came back up and I'm like, eat this bitch, and you're like went from the bed to the couch over and over again, and you're like, what were you telling me to do?
I don't know.
Eat or drink?
I don't remember. That was a long time ago already.
It was rough.
But I finished that sandwich on about 3-4 hours later on the way home, and then I started feeling good. Then we had to stop at Quick Trip and get some garbage food.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Garbage food on the way down, and garbage food on the way back.
Yeah, and we finally, I think, felt better after Hinckley.
Yep.
Back on the way to Duluth,
Yep. I think it was Hinckley, and that would have been at least 5 p.m.
5, 6, yeah. But then we had to unload 7 games.
I just blocked that out of my mind. I don't remember.
And I think we put a lot of them at your house.
Yeah, I think we left them in the. We left them in my garage until Rex opened up, and that's where we moved all of those games then down to the Rex and kind of started where the Rex is right now.
Yeah, so I think the P3 and TNA came back to my house.
Yes, that's right.
We decided to hobby route more games.
Yep.
So we brought back your Flash and 9/11, and we put 8-Ball and Party Animal back.
Yep.
And what did we pull?
Roller Disco went there too.
Oh yeah, Roller Disco went down to the Rex.
Yep.
They had 7. We had 7 games at one location in Duluth, which is unheard of. I mean, the taco bar.
Yeah.
Had
since the taco bar, yeah.
But I don't think 7 worked.
Probably not all. Maybe not all at the same time. Yes.
I mean, not all 7 work at the Rex either.
That's true. We're trying to keep up.
But 6,
yes.
6 work.
Yes.
But then we pulled Sopranos, and I brought TNA down.
We didn't pull Sopranos, did we?
Yeah, because then we went through it. Was that before 2D?
Oh, yeah.
I think it was after.
Sopranos was way before. We did that this spring.
Oh, did we?
Oh, yeah.
Well, though we pulled Batman. Spring. So we pulled Batman and then tore that.
You did all that. I did.
So then in replacement, I put TNA down there.
Yes.
So TNA's been on route
since August.
Yeah.
Which is not really that long, but it seems like
feels like a long time. And so Batman is done. Is back at the Rex. But Batman got the same treatment, color DMD, mirror blades, lit flipper buttons, new sleeves, cleaned everything, hand washed all the topside junk and some of the mechs.
Yeah. People were commenting that first night that it looked like a brand new game, which it does.
Yeah, and super bands.
Yeah, purple ones, which are pretty.
It does. Oh man, it does look really good.
It does much better than it used to.
Hey, tech tip, because we obviously have that. The crane, when it would move out, would only register shots at a couple of them on the beginning and end. The middle 2 shots or 2 shots in the middle. Wouldn't register. And I found out that because of an issue I had with my Lost World Jurassic Park, that internal to the wire casing, the wires had broken inside. And obviously in some certain spots it would connect, in some spots it would not. So I had to take apart that mech, not much of a mech, but like take the crane off, and then I rebuilt the wire harness with new wire. However, wire from your hardware store is not the same. So I went to Marco and I bought a handful of different colors, but obviously the black and white that match.
Sure. Of
the same gauge, and I bought a couple feet, and then rebuilt that harness with the pin, quote unquote, pinball wire so that it lasts just as long, which is, I don't know, a long time.
It's nice when you have run into that same issue, like you said.
Oh, I would have.
And then you're like, oh shit, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Instead of like sitting there and scratching your head for like
hours, days,
long time. So yeah, that's really cool. Because what Jurassic Park?
Lost World.
Oh yeah,
so AKA Jurassic Park 2.
Yeah.
So the snagger would fold down, and it would
that's right.
It would work at certain spots, and then it would come up. And I think I haven't owned it for a while, but when it come up, it would drop the magnet ball.
He's over here playing with his arm and dropping it up and down like a erect and non-erect penis.
We should be video podcasting so people can see my arm, my elephant arm.
If only you could see what was going on.
But yeah, so that was a fun one. But we used Pinball Life mirror blades this time, which are stick only. No screw holes. And they worked pretty good. We'll see how they hold up.
Yeah, because we put
coin takers
and
which
Sopranos
are screws, but I add in the 3M thin double-sided tape.
Right.
And they've held up. We'll see how these ones hold up.
Well,
I would assume fine.
I almost feel like that's part that idea comes from like just like your random house fixing stuff of throw a little caulk on that. Make sure
caulk makes everything look better.
Yeah, throw a screw in there and put some caulk on it. Some people like to call it kayak.
I like the mirror blades. I mean, art blades look good. If I have a Stern, I will use like their official art blades. But mirror blades like reflect and throw back the light in. So like these older Stern games, Sopranos and like Batman, it throws more light back onto the playfield. It makes it look better.
I also think it almost kind of it makes it look wider and more open.
Yeah.
Because like you said, it reflects it. So it almost looks like there's an extension of it going off to the one side. So yeah, it just kind of gives it an all around aesthetic.
You can't go wrong.
Yeah.
But I definitely
cool
like
idea.
When I had my Ghostbusters, I had bought the official art blades. They're just it's like art. Yeah. I just never put them on.
Oh, you just sold it with the game when you sold it?
Yeah.
Oh.
They shipped it with the game. Now that game is double the price of what I sold it for.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
You had a lot of those that happened, but
so then what? So now we have a route.
Yep.
And we let that roll for a while. And we found out that some games don't make a lot of money.
Exactly.
The location, the Rex that these games are at, the patrons there really love 50-cent games.
Yeah.
But they seem to super duper enjoy Sopranos and Dark Knight Batman.
Agreed.
So that's their favorites.
Right. And those are the only 2 DMD games that are there, right?
Well, no,
9/11's there too.
Yeah. But those have been there for a long time.
Yes. And now they're color DMD.
Yeah, now they're color. Which Batman doesn't have as much color as I thought it would have. But it definitely looks way better. Like that orange is just puke.
Yes, it is.
But we found out that like Flash doesn't make as much as you thought. I thought it was a classic Williams 80s game.
Right. Well, it is a classic Williams game.
Yeah, that's correct, I guess.
But it's not the moneymaker in that location, maybe. Could it be better in another location? Maybe.
Yeah.
But yes, I would say that's probably the one that is probably the last on the list for coin drop.
And we don't. So the bar owner owns Sopranos and Batman, so we don't know the coin drop there. But every time we've opened them up, it's probably the best.
Yeah, I would say those two are probably the number. Most. Yeah, 1 and 2 for sure.
And then like TNA does pretty good. That's probably the next.
Number 3, and then to be honest with you, Party Animals probably 4.
Stupid game. Jesse showed us how to play it, like what to get. Like you spell Party Animal, you light up Party Animal, and you get multi-ball, and that's pretty much the game.
Yeah.
And then there's some like multiplayer for your bonuses and stuff, but that's the game, and it's very hard, but people just love it.
I'm telling you, it's the theme.
I think
it says Party theme, Animal on it, and it looks like Saved by the Bell.
It does look like Saved by the Bell.
Like I wanted to like that's the song I want to be playing. So
why doesn't Flash? Because everybody loves Flash.
Yeah, but there's a Flash Gordon game out there. That's
the Flash Gordon.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's because there's animals drinking beer, and it looks like straight up Saved by the Bell 90s. Zach Morris, Kelly Kapowski, Lisa Turtle, A.G. Slater, Screech. Like, how can I forget Screech?
Principal, what's his nuts?
Oh, yeah, shit, what is his name?
Who knows?
I'll think of Skinner, and that's from Simpsons.
I don't know how that game...
Bayside High.
I don't know how that game does that well, but yeah.
Yeah, so then it would be probably 9/11, and then 8-Ball and Flash.
Yeah. 8-Ball's had a couple issues, though.
Yeah, that's right. Get that thing up running good. It'll make good money. That's just a classic.
Yeah, I think that there's it's a mix of people there. So these locations are interesting. They're not like your normal Tilt or big pinball locations. These are just pinball, or these are just people that like pinball. And we have a couple like pinball people that like to play there, but
yeah, I'd say there's a good 2 handfuls of people that are out there that just are going and just want to play pinball. But then you have it's also a known college-ish bar.
It's a food industry bar.
Yeah,
so like
it used to be a bigger college bar, I guess, not anymore. But
so people get off work that work in the food industry and they come down there.
Yeah,
and then there's pinball, so they just kind of play.
Yep. And it's also in the basement of Vickers Complex, which the Vickers Complex brings, obviously has everybody.
Tourists,
yeah. So people are just wandering around, and all of a sudden they find themselves there. Like, we've been there many times where all of a sudden somebody kind of walks in and looks around and sees what's going on, and either they stay and have a beer or they just turn around and leave.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of a...
We've tried some stuff at $1 there. TNA did really good. When I first put TNA there, I put it at $1. It did all right.
Yep.
And I knocked it down to 50 cents because like the games are short.
It's definitely a harder game. Yeah. And it doesn't have all the ramps and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. It's just
I don't know if people know that there's co-op, right? Like the only reason why you would know there's co-op is if
somebody
knew
told
it.
You. Right.
And then at an Average Joe's, we have still Godzilla, Rush, and Munsters. And Munsters still freaking kills it.
It can't make more than Godzilla.
They all kind of make the same because the people that we know go there, they will play all of them pretty equally.
Well, it's also because we got the Insider Connect going in there.
Oh, as much as Stern drives me nuts, the Insider Connected drives coin drop.
Oh, I would agree, 100%. Yeah, so, if you get a good group of people and they understand and they have all that stuff in there,
they're going to want it because they want achievements and they want to get on the leaderboard. And we run every month. I put up a leaderboard, and we have a couple players that just hammer on those games all month long.
Derek,
yes, Derek.
But that leaderboard is really cool. It's fun to watch. We go over there and we try to get on them too. I mean, we're
not number one, but we try to get on it.
I had one. I almost got one, but I forgot to scan in.
God, you would have been like 1 or 2.
Yep. But that's all right. It would have probably been beaten by the end of the month anyway. But yeah, I think that's a huge thing that drives coin drop if you run it correctly.
Yeah, so we need to get a TV mounted up there so that you can see your progress live.
100%.
We need to talk to this bar owner, and we need to get a TV mounted. I even have a TV to mount.
Well, and you got the Amazon thing that I gave you.
Yeah, we got the Amazon stick.
Yeah.
So to display it, you need something that drives a website, and you need something that when you have to understand, like at a bar, they just like flick power on and off, right. And the bartender may or may not know how to like navigate some sort of stupid menu system. So
make it as easy as possible.
Yeah. So the easiest thing is some device that auto loads a website, and your Fire Stick. I bought, what was it, a $20 app or a $10? There was some.
Oh, you bought an app? I didn't even know.
Yeah,
that.
There's an app on Amazon that like auto loaded a web page.
Oh.
And so I bought it, and then you just plug this Fire Stick in, and it just.
It's not monthly, is it?
No. It's one time.
One time.
And it auto loads this website. So as long as the TV can boot up to that HDMI port, it just will load the website, and that's what we're going for. Easy as pie. Turn the TV on, it loads it.
Because if it goes too much, then nobody's going to want to do it.
Yeah, the bartenders won't.
Right, they won't touch it, and then we don't want that because you want it to be up all the time so that when somebody walks in and wants to play, they're ready to go.
Yep.
Yeah, we got to get that in. So hopefully
that's this week. We're gonna chit chat.
Have you heard anything from him?
No,
it's kind of an offside
I'll give him
conversation.
A call. Okay, he'll probably tell me that Santa Claus is coming to town. I gotta wait till next week. I'm gonna show up at his house with my sack of TVs and coil stops all broken from.
There you go.
Hey, we rebuilt all the flippers at Joe's.
Oh yeah,
8 rebuild kits.
Yeah. We spent one night.
Oh my god! Was that
luckily
3 hours?
We didn't have to do the shitty flipper on Godzilla. I did that.
You did that one night.
Yeah. And that was an hour and a half ordeal for one flipper. It was ridiculous.
So right before the tournament we had last month, or was it a month or two ago?
Mm-hmm.
It was a month ago.
Mm-hmm. We've had one every month.
The right lower flipper was funky.
Yep. Oh yeah.
And then one night Bob had time over in Superior, so he swung by, and he found the flipper bushing that goes through the playfield was broken.
Didn't know at the time that it was broken.
Oh, good point.
Because I was going through it and I had not fixed the newer stern yet. And so I was like, oh, this is interesting. They put the bushing in 2 pieces. And then I think I talked to you after I put it back together, and I'm like, I'm an idiot. That bushing totally broke. Because I'm like, yeah, usually that longer piece goes up into the playfield, and that was a piece that was broken.
I don't know if I've ever seen a broken one.
You were saying that. And you've fixed a lot of games.
Yeah.
So that's impressive.
Coil stops, yeah, all day. And we've had those break on the new sterns. I think Rush had 1 or 2 break. Monsters had one break. Jurassic Park had 1 break.
Mm-hmm.
So you just kind of replace them with all that gold coil dust in the bottom.
Yes, that's right. But yeah, that was...
You rebuilt that one on your own.
Yep.
And then we rebuilt every other one.
Yep. We spent one night
and
there.
they play like real snappy again.
Yep.
But they probably had 2,000 plays or 1,500.
Yeah, quite a few.
So it definitely needed it.
Oh yeah, totally agree.
Yeah. I mean, we should almost do it every 1,000, but we're operators, so we got to be really lazy.
We can't be on top of that.
Yeah, come on.
You gotta let things sit there broken for a little bit
with bubble gum and stuff.
just Band-Aid it. It's fine.
Yeah, so that was interesting. A lot of our players will let us know if something's broken because they're pretty.
Yeah, shout out to you guys. Like we wouldn't know half the shit.
All of our local players, yeah.
Yeah, because they keep us up to date. We have a fun little Facebook group.
Yeah, the Twin Ports Pinball or something.
Yeah, you created it like 1,000 years ago.
Yeah, Steve did. My first co-host, dude.
Yeah, you've gone through a few co-hosts now over the years.
So Steve made it, and then we've kind of kept it up. But they'll post up like, hey, this doesn't work.
Yeah.
We'll go down within a day or two. And
because, I mean, you got the guys that are down there probably at least a couple of nights a week.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
I mean, there's people that have posted issues, and I've never even met them.
Yeah, which is awesome.
Which is great, yeah. And that we almost should, I mean, if you were going to be a real route person, you'd probably have like a QR code or some phone number, email that people could.
Facebook post, fine. We'll keep it coming.
We're not a huge locations, so like it works.
We're not official yet. In time, maybe we'll get some QR codes.
But we have more changes beyond that. So that was the route like a month ago.
Yes.
And then Bob and I went through a phase where we both wanted Valhalla. We both wanted to buy it ourselves.
We were crying on each other's shoulders on how much we wanted it.
And then we both were like, well, if you buy it, then why would I buy it?
Because if we buy it, we're going to keep it at one of our houses.
Yeah. And I was like, well, what if we buy it for route? And I was like, okay, well, we got to find a route one.
Yeah. Because we had a potential.
I had a buddy that was selling one.
Yes, for a great price. It was
home use only. And I was like, well, I don't know if I'd put that on route.
Right.
And then it was, well, if it's route, we really want Insider Connected.
Yeah.
And I was getting really sick of fixing these older games because they always have stupid issues. So your two games have had these weird, because all the high power goes through all the switches.
Yep.
So the switches just corrode.
Yep, and they're just weak.
And then they get weak.
Yep.
And I've fixed it once or twice. You fixed it a couple times on both yours.
Yeah. So if anybody out there that's listening knows how to potentially fix that issue, please message us.
I don't know if it's like a different switch where like
is it the newer ones?
Metal. No, but just different metal.
Okay, yeah.
Because 8-Ball Deluxe had it, and then 8-Ball Deluxe.
Right.
Oh my god, this game was just operator hack to hell. Like every flipper bracket was just sheetrock screws and just random crap. So like flippers wouldn't work; they would get like stuck, almost like magnetized. Well, it turns out it was like I just replaced the flipper bracket, new coil stop, everything worked great.
Yeah,
because we like moved the coil stop around and it didn't follow. It was just a mess.
You did all kinds of things. You pretty much that thing you rebuilt from nothing
except the flipper plates.
The flipper plates,
so I ordered new flipper plates.
You're welcome for that whole fiasco, by the way.
What?
There's a long story short, but
of moving around the coil stops.
Of that game, like you just buying that game.
God. Yeah.
That's a story in itself that'll take too long to talk about. But anyway,
same person as Flash.
Yes.
So it was good. It's good to own one. But it was definitely like
it's cool to have it. Like that's a nostalgic game, so
it needs a new playfield or something, maybe a hard top.
Yeah.
There's some paint coming off, but hey, it's a route game.
Right.
And so we fixed that.
Yep.
And now there's some weird issue. Oh, it randomly resets. And
that's
we found out because great people on Pinside, I was asking questions and I'm not ultra familiar with 80s stuff. And it sounds like there's some sort of slam switch that's just closing in the switch matrix. But we tested the slam switches. There's two of them. And they test fine. So there's some other switch in the switch matrix that is then doing it whatever. And it's just like people go, yeah, so it's not like a normal switch matrix where they're actually like rows and columns and it's very dedicated. It's just any switch in the switch matrix could just cause any other switch to just fuck up. So I tested
so helpful.
Every diode I could, and they tested fine. So now we got to make sure that because the pop bumper, the lower pop bumper seems to pop by itself.
Pops by itself, yeah. Randomly.
So Brian Kelly, who refurbs games, or he did down in like Farmington or something, Minnesota, he said in the wire harness that goes from the playfield up that they just bundled everything. He said when he would do games, he would separate the solenoids and stuff and the lamps, like separate all those different harnesses out from the one bundle.
Oh, yeah.
Because like it was like interference would cause a jump and it would fire off the pop bumper. And it was always that lower pop bumper.
What a pain in the ass.
Yeah. So you have to cut the whole harness up, like zip ties and string, and then re-zip it.
Re-zip the certain ones together so that there's not an interference together.
So
you think that's because of the sheath around the outside of the wire that's either deteriorating a little bit or over time? Because I mean, these games are like 40 years old plus.
Both, yeah. I mean, the sheathing is deteriorating because at the plugs,
it was
usually like the black or green or something would just like melt, and it would get into the pin, and there's just this weird green stuff in the pins.
Yeah, I remember we were looking at that on it was on the 8-ball, right?
Yeah, and it's not full corrosion,
right?
But it's some weird
deterioration,
leaky stuff off the sheet or sheathing of the sheathing of the wire, and it would just like either corrode the metal or just make it not contact the other metal.
Right.
I mean, I repinned 8-ball, and I found that a bunch.
Yeah, I remember because we were looking at like, what the hell is this shit that's on there?
Can I just like throw this in the washer, clean it,
cut it off, and throw it in the washer? So yes, 8-ball has been kind of a
problem,
kind of pain in the ass. Yeah.
So I think once this next thing we talk about gets done, I'm going to pull it off route and go through it again.
Right.
Well, we have some games we're getting rid of.
Oh yes,
because we have a new plan.
Yes, we have. Yes, a whole new plan. So yeah, we're selling some games. We didn't even talk about our little joint venture on our first game together.
Yeah, so we joined Furses.
Furses. PHURR. Yeah, we bought Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Well, we fixed a game together.
We fixed a couple games together, haven't we? Or is it just
but like businessy? Like we went to some dude's house.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that whole thing too.
So we have like a little business now going where it's like, Bob and Parnell run around doing dumb shit.
P&B Pinball, Northland Pinball, P&B.
Yeah,
Northland Pinball. We're still thinking of names. Maybe we're throwing things around.
So we're just kind of doing this thing where we do stuff together, and we're gonna join forces on this whole route stuff.
Yeah, routes and fixes, and if anybody needs something fixed, let's do it.
Not your septic tank. I don't want to get number 2 up in there.
No, only pinball stuff, please. But yeah, so we did that. The guy had a couple games, and we fixed Spring Break. It was a Gottlieb, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a adventure. Let's call it that. I don't know how deep we want to go into this because it was a little bit of an adventure.
Spring Break is a weird one. It's a weird System 80.
It's kind of like a Party Animal. Like it kind of has the same vibes to me as Party Animal.
But the weird thing is like there's no shooter ball eject launch. It's
that's right.
You flip the right flipper, and then when the upper flipper flips, it launches the ball.
Yep.
And we all of a sudden ran into a problem where the upper flipper wouldn't flip. And everybody was like, it's just these weird switches. You gotta just check them. And then we checked them, and nope, we're getting power. And then it was like the interconnect harness or something between 2 boards. I repinned it, and
it was ultimately just a repinning of your board.
Oh, and then one of the palm upper driver boards was bad.
Yeah.
So we got that working.
Yeah.
And then we took that
another happy customer.
We took that money, the millions of dollars we made, and we got what game did we get together? Our first game.
Yeah, Roller Coaster Tycoon. Stern, fun DMD game that
broken. We bought it broken.
Yeah, bought it broken, but not super broken. So
luckily, I had after doing a bunch of color DMD swaps, we had a couple DMD boards, so we were able to swap that.
Yeah, DMD was bad on that, and then luckily. We had Batman and Sopranos that we were.
Well, and I had all my games
and all your old games. But yeah, I mean, right now it's kind of we're slowly putting everything together for it, and it needs a new LED lamp in the back.
The fluorescent burned out, so they just wrapped LED strip around the fluorescent tube.
Yeah,
and it's like super.
And Jimmy rigged the plug-in into
it's worse than wire nuts.
Yes, there's like on your TV is that the giant black box that sits
the power inverter
for the power. Yeah, that thing is just hanging in the back box, is bouncing around back there.
God,
and I'm like, it's not even like zip tied in.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
But the playfield is like brand new.
Yeah, the playfield looks really good.
We redid it or looked into it after we bought it, and we're like, this almost looks like a brand new playfield.
The only thing is that the ramp entrances are broken.
Right. Yeah.
So we're waiting on Cliffy.
The main ramp that's you can't get, which is like 3 of them.
You cannot buy any of the plastic ramps. You can only get the metal ones.
Yeah, which are a lot of those.
There's a lot of ramps.
What did we say? It was like
It was like the new
Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo, yeah.
Yeah, there's ramps everywhere.
We don't need Scooby-Doo. We have one.
Right.
Let's put a dog in the little troll jumper pool.
Right. We'll just make a bounce around in there for a little while.
So we're waiting on the Cliffies to protect the ramp entrances, and then we're throwing this at the Rex.
Yeah, put down at the Rex. Hopefully in the next few weeks, maybe next month. For Cliffy,
it's been 3 months, so Cliffy should be getting to our order soon.
Yes, which would be nice. And then I just gotta actually get in there and finish it up. So got the front of the play field all.
Got the LEDs done. We ordered super random bands. Plastics and super bands. Yeah. What else? The Cliffies and that was it, right?
Lollipop rails, which you ran into a little bit of issue with that.
Holy moly!
Yeah, so
must have been made on a Monday when everybody's mad, or a Friday where everybody's leaving.
Right? Yeah, because the one whole side is not lined up correctly. So flipper buttons off a little bit, and all the screws are off a little bit. So that'll be a fun update.
Put some new holes in the cab.
It's literally like a 1/4 inch.
It's stupid,
but you can't. You have to do what we're going to do to it to make it look right.
Yeah. So I have some like wood epoxy stuff.
Yeah.
What you would use to like rebuild worn out vuck holes and stuff. I have some of that, so we'll just putty all the normal holes that'll harden up, and then we'll drill new holes. And it's these lollipop rails are covering everything, so it's not like it's going to be a big deal.
You'll never want to take them off anyway. Like, why would you ever? I mean, the lollipop rails are never gonna deteriorate in the lifespan of that game.
No.
So,
and you would want them. I have lollipops on everything. And even on my remakes, I put the clear.
Oh, the Mylar cling around it?
Not real Mylar, but it's like a window cling.
Oh, okay. Just to keep the dirty paws off.
Yeah, because people come down with their skin oil and eating pizza, whatever else nasty shit they do, picking their nose, scratching their butt.
Their jergens.
Touching your games.
Their
not washing their
lotion.
Hands after the bathroom.
Yeah. So, yeah, that'll be a fun little adventure on that fix. But
yeah, we'll get that out. And that'll make, since Sopranos and Batman do pretty good, I think that'll be a good DMD game. And then if it doesn't do good, flip a doodle.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
It's like a $10,000 game. So
at least.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to buy it for $10,000, reach out to us. Sell.
I'll probably put a color DMD in at that price.
Yes, we'll update to the color DMD at that point. So yeah, but we got our games that are on sale or we're selling. We already got Tycoon. Hopefully, with the 3 games that we're selling, we find something.
So
maybe a Stern.
We're gonna sell.
We're thinking of maybe
Roller Disco.
See. Yep.
and your Flash and 9/11.
Yep, 9/11 right now is up for sale. $2,800 or best offer.
But you went through it.
Oh yeah, got super bands on all.
You put
everything.
a shaker motor in there.
Did I put what?
The big shaker motor.
I didn't get a shaker motor. I wanted to update to
Color DMD. They don't make one.
William Shatner's voice in it.
The only way it's gonna sell is if you figure out who's in that rocking chair.
Yeah, god damn it. Figured it out at one point, but I can't remember what we talked. Because we played that game late into the night.
Yeah, like 1 or 2 in the morning.
1 or 2 in the morning, and my wife was not happy. What the fuck is going on?
Don't put that underneath your bed.
It's a little ways from underneath the bed. But it was only the coin door when I'd open that, and then it would go beep.
Oh, yeah. We're going to sell those 3 games. And I think our next goal is to get a game at Joe's. And Joe's is all the newer Sterns. So we're kind of looking at an insider-connected game. So a Spike 2 Stern.
Right.
And I think that makes sense. We talked about like Valhalla, or we've seen a couple other like, I don't know, random D&D games. But they don't... The insider connected, I think, creates coin drop.
It does.
And that's what we want. We want this huge group of insider connected leaderboards. And just, I mean, we want to create the buzz that well, one, to help pay off the game.
Yeah, for sure.
And then so we can make like, you can make like a Halloween leaderboard. We can do whatever we want.
Right. Yeah, I think we're focusing more on a business standpoint kind of thing, and obviously making some money, but also wanting to grow and not and potentially have other games that are maybe like like a Valhalla there, or like a Attack from Mars or something different,
I think we're just kind of getting away from the older 80s for route. It's just, if we had more time and we had a shop,
yes,
it would be easier to just go fix stuff. But like, the Rex is a really dark bar, and it has very strict hours that are late, like 4 to 2, and it's hard to get down there.
Yeah. And I think
you can't see anything.
Yeah, and I think too, obviously with we both have kids, we have full-time jobs, we have all that kind of stuff. So, at this point in time, hopefully in the future, like you said, we get to a possible workshop or something like that we can be doing that kind of stuff. But that's our pipe dream, right? Getting to that.
Big old co-op.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
So that's the plan. The plan is to obviously grow, but we're going to kind of have to shrink to build the quality up.
Yep.
So instead of we were just quantity.
Yep. Well, I think really it was just trying to find trying to find a first game for me, which was already less than a year ago.
I told you the second one was going to come so fast.
I think I bought 9/11 in February.
Yeah, we drove through a snowstorm.
Yes, we did.
Maybe not.
It wasn't too bad.
Snowing.
Yeah, it was snowing.
It had just stormed.
Right. But yeah, so we drove through a snowstorm to grab that. And then within 3 months, I had Flash. And that's when you picked up 8-Ball.
And that was snowy because I remember I had to put it 4-wheel drive to go up his driveway.
March, I believe it was. And then, so I was game number 2. And then I've been sitting on those 2 games. And then you grabbed Roller Disco from your buddy.
Yeah.
In like the summer at some point in time. It was after Flash was out because I had room in my...
Oh, yeah, it was in your garage.
It was in my garage for a little bit.
Oh, that was a sad...
I played that game so much one night. Like, that was like 3 to 4 hours of I'm trying to beat the highest score, which is not even that
Roller Disco is a great game.
It is actually a lot of fun.
I think it suffers from the wide body.
Yes.
It doesn't need to be 4 flippers. It doesn't need to be a wide body.
Right.
If
4 flippers is too many.
But my buddy that had it, he would listed it for sale at a garage sale, and the back box tipped over and smashed the back glass.
Yeah, that's right.
And there was a problem with the interconnect when I was looking at it, and I had repinned it, but it still didn't work. So there was maybe a break inside one of the wires. He hit me up after the back glass broke. We worked out a deal, and I picked it up.
Right.
And then I ordered new back glass, which was a hell of money.
Yeah, but it's so pretty.
Yeah, because it's a new old stock.
Yeah, that back glass makes that game. Like,
yes.
I remember my wife looking at it like, oh, this is kind of a cool game. And then you brought the back glass in, and she's like, oh, shit, that's so cool.
And I tried to sell it to you, but
she only wanted it for $1.
Yeah.
That's her, though.
And then I went and got the flip, the all-in-one Pascal board.
Mm-hmm.
And then we still had problems with the sound. Like, it didn't sound as much as it should. Like, it didn't.
It was random. Yeah.
So then I ordered the Pascal flip soundboard for it because it's a very specific soundboard that only a few of the System 1 games use. We put that thing in there. It doesn't shut the fuck up.
Nope. But it makes that game
it sounds
so
way better.
much
it
more
just
fun.
Beats and boops all the time now.
Yes. And then when you tilt, it goes, nah, 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 nah.
Yeah,
I'm like, I fucking
that.
love that. That's the best.
And those mods, that all-in-one board, is such a worthwhile mod on a System 1. It's so expensive.
It looks ridiculous inside there,
$400.
but that's amazing how
the bulletproofness and the reliability and the enhancements. Because I think you were over the other day, and I was turning on all these extras.
Yeah.
So you can do ball save, skill shots, attract mode, and that's just a couple things. It is endless. There's like 60 different adjustments.
That's pretty sweet.
And I was turning stuff on, and like the attract mode is pretty gorgeous. For that,
You turn a lot of stuff on, don't you?
I turn a skill shot. I don't think you can have multi-ball, but
you can't do multi-ball because there's only one.
Yeah, but it's expensive, but it's worthwhile. And there's a couple other board manufacturers like Nywumph and stuff that make new CPU or driver boards. It's just not worth it. Just do the all-in-one, and Lissy makes an all-in-one now as well, but I don't know if they have the enhancements. It's more of like a direct replacement for your originals. I was going to build a couple because it's more of a DIY. Like you have the PCB made.
That. Yeah.
Oh, not to get too off topic, but like because we've fixed a couple things and we want to be able to fix local people's games, we have talked about having a board set from as many generations of games as we could. So I have a couple Stern White Star and what the heck's the other one? Sam. And then you have your Flash was a System 7.
Yep.
So you had a Rotten Dog.
There's a Rotten Dog in there.
Came in it.
Yeah.
And you had shipped off the originals to get fixed.
Yep.
But we're kind of in a weird spot. You got to figure out.
Yeah, something with a diagnostics
menu
thing, yeah. But I'm hoping that I can pull that home and get that figured out. And then I can have that Rotten Dog board for fixing stuff. And
yeah, so that was the kind of the plan. It's been the plan for a while, is like have a known working board set from multiple different kinds. And it seems like up here, everybody's basements is some of those weird games, like a weird Gottlieb.
Right.
Like Spring Break.
Like Spring
Break. Or an EM, which that's its own mess.
Yeah.
But you have a backup board that you can just swap in, verify that it fixes it, or you can figure out what the problem is, and then you can troubleshoot from there.
Right.
So that's one of our other things. Lissy, they make a bunch of DIY boards. So you have the PCBs printed over and wherever you want, and then you build the board yourself. But they have a couple all-in-ones and a Bally 35, which is the Stern Bally's, and the 80, System 80, System 1, displays, all that stuff.
So many of them.
There's a lot.
But so the Lissy makes this board that you can do all of them.
You can
build.
You can build and do all the System 80s, because there's an 80, 88, and 80B.
Right.
And then there's an all-in-one board, and then there's like a System 1 all-in-one board, so it combines the driver and the power supply into one.
Gotcha. Okay.
But the cool thing is with the System 1s is that the System 1 displays also work in the System 80.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Okay.
Like my black hole had the same displays as Roller Disco.
Oh, sure.
I tried to find purple LED segments, but they don't make them.
Oh, for Roller Disco?
I could do white
it would be
and
pretty.
then put purple
blue looks
jellies.
good,
But
blue's better than orange or any other color.
Yeah.
Which was another weird thing with that was remember like they were so dim. Like the displays were super dim when you first did it, but as it just sat there and it did re-energize themselves, and now they work great.
Yeah,
like I think it was just sitting out. It was sitting non-working for so long.
There's a way to recharge them where you add the 12 volt to the display to like burn off the dust or whatever. But I mean, the game has been sitting unworking for 3 years.
I suppose.
Yeah.
Because it was after you pulled it out of your
work.
That's right.
That was what, 2020?
It had to have been.
2019.
Well, because we talked about this not just recently. We started hanging out 2019.
Yeah.
I mean, not regularly, but
and now
I came over with your neighbor, which was my friend, for a long time.
And now I got you more addicted. I sold him a pinball, but he didn't get addicted.
Right. You didn't even have to sell me a pinball.
No, I didn't. No.
You just had to come with me to pick one up. But since then, I would say, I mean, we talk about pinball at least once a day, every single day.
Yeah, and once we get our games sold, we got to find. I think you said you got one spot in your garage.
Yeah, once Tycoon's out, I'll have a spot in my garage.
And we got to pull out of the neighbor's house.
Oh yeah,
my Sopranos, and
yep.
He talked about his F-14 getting gone through because it has an issue, and I think I know what it is.
Yeah, pull the Mylar off that.
No, I'm just, fuck it. He's better off getting a new playfield.
Yeah, that was at Joe's for a little while.
Yeah, I had it there. That's the one I sold to Matt.
Yep.
I
was there for a couple months at least, right before COVID hit. Yeah, which is crazy to think that was that long ago.
I'm hoping to sell these. Well, we are hoping to sell them, and then
get a Spike 2 game.
Yeah, a Led Zeppelin,
maybe a Zep, maybe a
Ninja Turtles or Avengers.
You better get a brand new Avengers for $69, $99.99.
No, $69.69.
$99.99.
We'll see. We missed my bar owner buddy was too late to say yes to the bond for the first run, so we missed out on the launch party.
Yeah,
and that might not have been a bad thing because the code is still so lackluster that.
Yeah, it's sort of sounding like the consensus of
the reviews
and stuff.
So if we
it
talk
wasn't
to him
a
this week.
it wasn't a Godzilla right off the bat.
God.
Zilla.
I mean, Rush was. Remember when we first got Rush? There wasn't even a diagnostic menu. I freaked out on Pinside about it, and some guy
Rush
got
didn't
mad
have
at
a
me.
diagnostic?
No, he went in there and it just went. It was all gibberish.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah, because I had a coil problem, and I went in there, tried to do a diagnostics, and it just was gibberish.
Oh, no.
Because they had not added the. I don't know, whatever was in the code. I was on a really early version.
Weird.
Posted on Pinside, and they told me to calm. One guy told me to calm down.
Calm down?
Yeah.
So you calm down.
But then he's flipped out, and I like want to call. I want to quote him and be like, "Yo, bitch,
Calm down.
take your New York personality out of here."
So yeah,
But I think that would do good. I think Insider Connected, as much as Stern's annoying and they keep raising prices and their quality keeps going mediocre, the Insider Connected is like the best bang for the buck.
What's the oldest game that you could get Insider Connected? Monster? Is Monsters?
Monsters?
Yeah, is there one before that?
Star Wars? No, Monsters was before Star Wars, wasn't it? Maybe not.
I don't know.
It's whatever had the LCD screen.
Interesting.
So Aerosmith.
Oh, Aerosmith. What did I think Aerosmith was not a Stern? I've seen a couple of those for sale, but they're going for like
Super
12
old.
grand. Be a fun game.
That game might be one of the early Spike 2s, but like it's fun.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, you don't see them for sale.
No. I've seen, I think I just recently saw
I don't know
one.
if it's sold well, but it's fun. It's fine.
Well, the last one I saw was like 10 to 12.
Yeah, for a pro.
Yeah.
It's dumb. Guardians of the Galaxy was, I don't know how early that was,
I
but
do Guardians.
it's like a Metallica layout, but obviously different. But that's the thing is like when it comes down to it, it's like what can we afford?
Right.
Because I'm not paying $7 for a used piece of shit.
Was Stranger Things? Is this Stern? I'm just curious. I can't
I
remember.
mean, I don't like it, but I guess it's not my personal preference that is buying games. It's
exactly. It's the theme. It is the theme of the game that could potentially be the moneymaker.
I think if you dial
we know that Monsters does in every other sense does
everybody
do well.
on the Pinside forum
Right.
shits on Monsters, and then I just bring my little tidbits of knowledge of where we live. Monsters still makes just as much as Godzilla, which is nuts.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
Please
I think it's
tell
pretty
me
much
any
the-
other location where Monsters does as good as Godzilla.
Yeah.
Because there's probably a couple of them, but like it's very specific.
Another thing we thought we were finding out in our routing business is potentially having too many games at this point in time.
Oh yeah,
Could be spreading out our coin drop a little bit.
So at the Rex,
Yes.
your example, we were really excited to have so many games because there's not a lot of games up here.
Right.
We had a bunch of games and we were excited, and then
And we promoted all these games. They're all on Pinside out there for everybody to
on the
see.
maps.
And we've had people come in from out of town that said the only reason why we're here is because of Pinside. We found that that the games are up here, so that we came in.
I mean,
But
there's every other location we know of around here either has one game or multiple, and they're broken.
yeah, I suppose over
Candy shop.
Superior, candy shop, right?
So we kind of have the market cornered.
For quantity,
Quantity.
right? Well, quality. If you think about Joe's, has probably
Three of the new games, yeah.
yeah the best quality.
But at the Rex, to your point of talking about this, it's an interesting thing that you have, because in theory, we don't have many tourists or whatever you want to call them
Not
in the winter,
right.
and we're spreading out the current player base over many games, and so which is probably why we're seeing like really low coin drop on certain games like Flash and 8-Ball and
Right. And it not being a pinball bar.
it is not a pinball bar.
No.
And neither is Average Joe's.
No. They're
These are not
both
pinball bars.
just regular bars.
And we have pushed pinball in them.
Right. Right. So it's not like promoted as pinball bars, which I don't know. I don't know if that would change anything, but we just found that Rex, with the quantity that we have, we found that it kind of having too many has potentially caused less coin drop or spread out coin drop. In all of them.
And the normal people there just want to play Sopranos. It is insane to me.
Or Batman. Batman is
that's right. Batman was gone. For me, once I get super deep in a game on route, and I feel like I've gotten most of the game, it is then ultra boring to me for me to play.
Right.
On Batman, I've gotten pretty far. I've gotten the 3 multi-balls. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm done. So when I had it, I hated test playing it at my house. It was just like, this is so boring.
Yeah.
And then like for Sopranos, there's one on the route and I have my own and it's like, it's fun.
Right.
It's fun, but I don't care. I don't care.
Right.
But these people play it over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Over and over and over and over and over. And I don't know if it's because the replay is so low, so they just get free games, and that's their kind of just like, their thing is just, I know how to get free games on it.
Right.
Or if they actually enjoy playing it, and it's a route game, so it's not like it's at their house, so they get bored of it. Right. But that's why we got Roller Coaster, though, was to put a DMD game in there and kind of try to slowly get these 80s games out.
Yep. We'll pull out some of those, and then I think, I don't kind of just as something breaks or whatever, swap one in and kind of rotate.
We talked about it too. We talked about having a game that was working at home, at storage, so that when something broke, like 8 Ball Deluxe is broken right now, we could have just swapped it out, and we don't have that.
Not yet. Not yet.
No. So
pipe dreams.
We got a couple irons in the fire. Yeah. On some 80s games, and it's like it's going against our thought. But if we get it cheap enough, it's okay.
Yeah, if we can get it cheap enough and we can turn them around and update them. I don't want to just turn and burn kind of thing. I would like to make update them and have them working to a good extent, and then be able to get rid of it or sell them at that point without losing money. But putting in
we can't lose money.
Right.
That's bad for the business.
Right. But I don't want to be like the slumlord of pinball machines.
I feel like we currently are.
Well, whatever. Our games are very nice. We put a lot of stuff into them. God.
I've rewashed all of Roller Disco stuff.
Right. Without losing money. We're not at that point yet. Or at least I'm not on the ones that I'm selling. Yeah.
We don't need to be. We had a lot of stuff change.
A lot of stuff. And still could probably sit here and talk for at least another numerous hours on more stuff. So,
we can maybe get the bar owner to snag another game too. We could have
5 Sterns.
Freaking 5 Spike 2 Sterns. Just leaderboard killing it. I mean,
that would be a pretty lineup. We'd take more pictures, I'm sure.
Because you could easily do like a Ninja Turtles, Avengers, or Zeppelin, or whatever, Black Knight.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Black Knight.
Black Knight's a little overpriced still.
It is.
But Ghostbusters is overpriced as well.
Yeah, I would say like the best, the cheapest Spike 2 that you could probably find right now would probably be a Zeppelin, wouldn't it?
Yeah, which Black Knight was shit on. And that should have been the cheapest.
Yeah.
Now it's Zeppelin.
Which, for the pro, I mean,
if you're into rules and you're into code,
right,
Zeppelin isn't a bad game.
I am. I like that.
I'm into it as long as someone kind of guides me.
Show me your ways.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I've watched a couple tutorials. Ray Day has is it a baby one and then the normal one?
The baby one was for Rush, though, isn't it?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. And he did a baby one for
Did you Zeppelin
Turtles.
Oh, for Turtles, okay.
He might have done one for Zeppelin. I love those.
Yeah.
Ray Day works at Stern.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Raymond Davidson.
Yes.
So, he has these baby tutorials where it's he dumbs it down. He's shoot this, do this. It's great.
Get your points.
It makes me want to play Rush because he did a baby tutorial for Rush. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna watch this again, and then we're gonna have our tournament this Thursday.
Yeah, this Thursday.
And I'm
kind of excited for that.
I'm gonna do really good, right?
I'm not gonna drink because I can only play better.
No, I'll have to get my NA beers and.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna.
Or my grenadine.
I'll wait till after the tournament and then have a couple beers. Because I play like garbage after I have a beer.
Yeah.
Even one.
I've been having a lot of NA stuff, and I've done really well. Like on Monsters, not Monsters, Monster Bash.
Yeah.
I got all the monsters, not all the instruments, but I got Monster Bash lit, and I was like, are we ready to blow this up? And of course, I botched it one shot away, just like on Monsters, Monsters Madness.
Oh yeah.
Gotta botch that last shot.
Yeah. You can never make that last one.
So there's some big stuff happening. Duluth's small, but we got our little thing going, and I'm surprised no one else has kind of stepped up. There's a couple of locations, but there's just nothing happening. I mean, it's a big town, but it's a small town. It's weird. We're a very interesting location.
Yeah, it's one of those where I always say, like, I'm from a very small town in central Minnesota. And, up here, it's like the biggest, smallest city that I've ever lived in.
Yeah, I'm from the cities.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's, you walk out, you can go to numerous places, and you always run into somebody you know, which is odd. But, yet it's, 90,000 people. So, yeah.
Oh, shit. You have a package behind you.
Oh, yeah, we want to get to that.
Yeah, so I have done the Pinside Secret Santa every year. And since Bob got a pinball machine, I've forced him into joining. And then when he received his package, he forgot to post for like 2 weeks that he got it.
Yeah,
so
it was about 2 weeks.
Annoyed the crap out of him until he posted that he got his box.
And then I posted it with addresses on it.
And then he got yelled at for
that.
I
got yelled at for that. So then I scribbled them out. And Parnell doesn't have his.
I have not received my Secret Santa. And the post office is like 8 weeks behind.
Oh, it's a shit show in there.
Oh my gosh. So my Secret Santa, I shipped. Here, you can start opening yours.
Yeah.
I shipped it. A first box of like
your
goodies. And a note. And that got there no problem. And then I had a gift that I created and I made, and it took 20 to 30 hours of making. And then I had a couple extra stuff in there. One I didn't make and a couple I made, and I shipped that. And that's currently lost somewhere. And they can't figure it out. So I'm very sad.
Yeah. That's not the only thing that made you sad.
Oh, yeah.
We won't have to talk about that.
What I do, you drilled a hole.
Yeah, I don't want you to cry again. It's okay.
It broke in half almost.
No, it just cracked a little bit. But you were able to resin it, and it made.
Yeah, I had some acrylic glue.
Yes. But I get a call that it cracked.
There's so pissed.
Tears streaming down his face. I had to
wipe a lot of hours invested into.
I can imagine.
It looks really cool. It makes me want to make one for my house.
That says,
play pinball here.
Oh, you just get one that goes over your toilet. It says poop here.
Poop here.
Or live nudes in front of your house.
Maybe I'll just make the lamp.
What is that? Oh my God. Daddy, not Daddy Daycare. Big Daddy. Yeah.
So
anyway, so right now
Bob has a triangular long box. And so
looks like a giant Toblerone.
Yeah. So I thought usually that ships with translights or banners or something.
I'm calling what's the thing that goes on the playfield protector?
Oh, a pin shield?
Yeah, pin shield. I'm gonna call that
like a yoga mat.
Yes, that's what I'm gonna call.
I ordered really cheap yoga mats from AliExpress. It was a bad idea.
Was it?
I have since used them as shipping pinball foam things.
So I'm opening this package. It says, I'm pretty sure he wrote it on there.
Open here.
Right. Insert here.
So this is Bob's gift. We were going to open both of ours, but obviously mine hasn't come.
Oh. Look at, there's even a nice little note. It says, to Bob, Merry Xmas.
Hey, sweet.
It's
on wrapping paper.
So a lot of the ones are wrapped like inside the package.
Yeah.
I did not do that to my.
On a couple of years, I've done fully wrapped like big gifts.
You got some big rubbers in here. Well, look at all the rubbers.
What?
I mean, they're not Trojans, but
no, yeah, they're
playfield rubbers.
They look like silicone because they're green and white and they're shiny.
Oh no, they're like Christmassy.
Oh yeah, green, white, and red.
Yeah, green,
That's fun.
white, and red. Yeah,
They do look silicone though, or something.
Is that like? Yeah, I think pretty sure they're silicone.
Oh, we should do the next game in those colors.
Look at that.
Actually,
Is there a Christmas? Is there a Christmas pinball machine? Because this shit right here. Well, they're Titans.
Ooh, yeah, Titan silicone. Mm-hmm. Ruin anything, but like because the P3 that I have, you can make your own games, and I've always, when I first got it, I told my daughter like, "Hey, should I retheme Barnyard, which is just you roll over the animals into a Christmas one?" And she's like, "Yeah." And I've never done it because I get distracted.
This is really soft dildo.
It's got to be a T-shirt or something. He's opening his first gift out of the big box.
Yeah, this is a.
It's
wrapped in Santa Claus. Definitely underwear. Granny panties. This is a shirt. T-shirt that says.
Let's see. Ooh.
I can't read it. What it says.
Replay Randy. I've never heard of that.
Regenerate.
Is he playing with stars?
Pinheads. Replay Randy. Oh, this is, you know what it reminds me of? The Garbage Pail Kids.
Garbage Pail Kids?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it kind of does. I've never watched that, but.
Regenerate Pinheads. I like the guy with the booger hanging out of his mouth. It says pull here. But it's not.
You'd have to
it's not near the
crotchal
area.
I've never seen that shirt before, so that's pretty neat. That's a unique pinball shirt.
Yeah. That's fun. I'll definitely wear that in black.
I love wearing pinball shirts out in public because no one knows.
Nobody knows what the hell's going on. Got present number 2.
It's a flat rectangle.
It's gonna be a
DVD.
I was actually thinking
how to play pinball,
maybe
101.
a CD, and I'm thinking maybe like Matchbox 20.
Maybe it's who's that band from Canada?
Look at Nickelback. Oh, it's in a manila envelope.
Oh boy, maybe it's a bunch of tokens. Hopefully that's at the taco bar that shut down.
Oh, we got some.
Oh, sweet coasters.
Yeah, coasters from Copperworks Distilling Company.
So
the Pike. I've got some shit from Seattle, Washington.
Oh, so Bob's a big beer guy.
Yes, I do. I'm a
brewery
big
beer. So there's a bunch of breweries.
But one I've had before. I've not had that one. Coronado Brewing Company. Not had that. Heartland Brewing. These would be great out in the garage.
I guess we're gonna have to go find
Cruz.
beer from each one of these and then sample.
Roadhouse.
Hey, that
easy.
That one looks like a bear head.
This one?
Yeah. What is that?
It is a bear.
Oh, sweet. What's that one?
Roadhouse Brewing. Jackson Hole, Wyoming.
Oh, I was gonna say on our honeymoon we went to Colorado. We drove in my Jeep. And we went through Nebraska and the Dakotas and stuff, and then we went everywhere we stopped. It was a brewery, and that sounded familiar, but I don't because it was an old fire station.
Oh, where at?
I don't know, Nebraska or South Dakota or something.
Yeah, South Dakota. I think I've been to that exact same one.
Really good brewery.
Yeah, so it's like when we go on road trips or we go anywhere, we always route our travel around breweries. So we were just recently out in Connecticut, and we drove from
Ken Kniff.
Wherever.
You went to Ken Kniff's house?
And I did not go there.
Oh,
but yeah, we went to Boston. So on our way, we flew into.
Obviously, went to Sam Adams.
Yeah, we went to Sam Adams, but we stopped at a couple of the local ones. There was this one.
Sam Adams is local to Boston.
Well, no, local to. That's in Massachusetts.
Did you go to Nightshade?
That's in Massachusetts. We did go to Nightshade. Remember, I took a picture.
Yeah,
it was rainy. And
I went there when I went
that
to work.
Yes.
Out there.
But there was one that was, I can't remember the name of it, but it was like being at a country club. It was gigantic. Did
you ask them if they want some pinball machines?
Yeah, you should have. There's plenty of fucking space. But anyway, Lagunitas, which I've been to, which is awesome.
Oh, you've been there?
I've been to Lagunitas, yeah.
That's local. That's not local, is it?
It's in Santa Cruz.
Is it California?
Petaluma. Yes, it is in California.
Oh, I thought it was closer. What's Fog Cutter?
This one I have. This is Lost Coast Brewing.
Obviously, it's on the coast.
Yeah, but
Those
these are cool. I'm gonna put these definitely in the garage with the pinball machines. So yes, on my pin side, they put in like things you like or all that kind of stuff. And yes, I'm a huge brewery beer fan. So these are always fun. All right, another one.
Okay, this is a CD looking one.
Yeah, this one is probably System of the Down.
This is Eminem Ken Kniff from Connecticut, you son of a bitch.
Oh, it's another manila envelope. It could be more coasters.
Is this like a lawyer? Like he just has manila envelopes everywhere?
Yeah, kind of. But they're like the lick and seal ones. Or I could reuse
the
them.
peel and stick?
Yeah.
Send some legal documents.
A shit ton of stickers. Like shit.
Well, yeah, you're a
stickers.
newbie to pinball. You don't have any stickers.
Yeah, but these ones aren't. I mean, this is a pickle. I mean, it's a flipper room.
I like to give my stickers to my kids so they can put them all in them.
There's a quarter.
So they can like pinball up all their stuff.
Oh, it's Marco Pinball. They got a Yeti. A couple Yetis. What else we got here? Ooh, a Star Wars with the what the hell are those things called again?
I don't know. Those are from the new Star Wars, and
Yeah.
they look like
With the big ass eyes. Like the little
guinea pigs or something.
yeah. Half Moon Bay Brewing.
All these brewery now.
Humble Sea Brewing.
You don't have to go through all of them.
No.
There's a bunch of brewery stickers.
Yeah, this is Baby Yoda. Emmett will like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a bunch of
Pinball and brewery.
Yeah.
Nice.
Alibi, I've been there. Yeah, Lake Tahoe and Truckee.
Oh,
We
sweet.
went up there. Yeah, I've been there, that place. Pretty cool.
This is kind of fun. So when you do the Pinside Secret Santa, like you're supposed to just stock.
Well, bike stuff was the other thing that I brought up that I
Oh, you like
enjoy.
biking?
Yes.
So you're just supposed to stock this person. Well, Bob hasn't posted much on Pinside,
No, not at all.
so this person has no idea what Bob likes.
But he is doing well.
Or
so
she.
far.
Hey,
It could be a she.
this person is doing pretty good. Stickers, a lot of breweries,
Yep.
T-shirts. You can't go wrong.
Oh, there's another rubber.
Elbow deep in there.
It's going deep in.
I like these Christmas. I never thought of the Christmas colors on the rubbers. Like, I'd swap my P3 with some Christmas color rubbers.
Oh, would you? You'd swap them every Christmas for the 1 month?
Oh shit! My
Fucking
flippers
crazy.
are reversed on the P3. I'd have to take out the monitor.
Oh, yep. See, a yoga mat.
You got a pin shield? I don't even have one.
I got a pin shield. Oh, yeah. Look at that. It's a legit one, too.
Oh yeah, I bought these nasty the cheapest yoga mats you could find on AliExpress.
Sweet.
Yeah, these are nice. If you look at my games, I don't play them often, and so they get super
A
dusty.
little dusty.
So this fits right on your glass.
Yeah, that's nice. Well, shout out to the Secret Santa.
Yeah, nice work. Is there anything left in the box? Or are you done?
Nope, I think that's it. So, game over.
Hey, good haul.
Yeah, that's fun. I like it.
Hopefully you post more this year, so that at the end of this 2023, when you do this again,
I'm gonna have like 13 new games by then.
you'll have some like personal stuff posted on the website.
Yeah, I tried to. I mean, I updated my avatar today, so it's not the lighted back box.
Oh yeah, the default one.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's fun. I'll do this again next year for sure. Like my Secret Santa, he gave me some ideas, but we had a.
Did you search what they posted?
He didn't have much posted. He
Yeah.
was very similar to how I was. Went off of what he had said.
Requested, yeah.
Yep.
I've been given a person that like has no posts. So this year was that, and then was it a year or two ago? I had someone 2 years ago. Person posted like 6 times, and it's really hard. And because
Yeah.
I like to make stuff, and so I usually do
Yes.
something interesting and unique, and then
You had a nice made gift for me this year.
yeah, I made a bunch of pinball ornaments.
Yeah. They're fun. I like it.
Did your kids like it?
Yeah. They pulled it off and how did you do that?
A fucking Christmas magic. God damn it.
It's like he's like an elf.
I'm sure like
he makes the toys. But no,
which
that's fun.
Which I told you like we should make them and have a whole bunch of them so we can sell them next year at Christmas, because somebody was 3D printing these things, but they put a real pinball in it, and I'm like, that would weigh the crap out of my tree down.
Yeah, my whole tree would tip over.
Yeah,
because it doesn't, or drag one of the branches just all the way down to the bottom.
Branch can't hold a pinball.
No, we might just have to get those like steel rod trees where you just set them up and then you like spin the rods so that they look like it looks like
I have no
you
idea
store them. You store them flat because you can put all the rods, like the rods twist on there.
Yeah.
But then when you're ready to like decorate it, you like move the rods so they all like different, and then that way they can hold your heavy ass pinball machine.
Jesus, yeah.
Thing. So
sweet. My wife put up I think it's a 4-foot Christmas tree in the game room.
Yeah, you got a lot of fun ones in here,
and it's all of my video game. So I got a couple pinball ones, and then it's just like Mario and a bunch of the video game, kind of my personal.
Yeah, you got a lot of them.
I think my Tron one might be down here.
You got a Bugs Bunny playing a pinball machine with Daffy Duck hat on it.
Yep, and then Santa's up there, and then this is from Michael's. This is just a blown glass.
It's from Michael's, the department store Michael's.
Well, not a department store, craft store.
What's a craft department store?
Shut up, Bob.
It's Gary's.
New Gary's.
Open a store called Gary's and you sell beef sticks.
Oh, those are good.
But that's what Gary's would sell, right?
I don't know.
A place called Gary's.
You're Gary. There's a beer.
Yes. That stuff. Who do we need to call out? Thanks.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas. Yeah. Happy holidays.
Thanks, John and Glenn at the pinball place.
Yeah, John and Glenn, yes. John Glenn?
Maybe
he's an astronaut.
Maybe Glenn will be at freaking 2DCon this next year, and we can get him into screwballs.
Oh God.
Maybe that's our thing. Maybe this next time we'll get other people drunk and hungover, and we won't get hungover.
And then they'll have to put our games away.
Yeah.
But all right.
When I do get my gift, we can open it on the podcast. That's fine.
Yeah, let's do that.
It might be in a week or two. Like, no joke. The USPS up here, I'm assuming they shipped at USPS just because that's the cheapest. They are weeks behind and not. We didn't get mail today,
right?
So I'm assuming.
From what I've heard, it's a mountain of packages sitting in the back room and it's monstrous.
I had a package from eBay for Christmas for my wife. Go to the Twin Cities, and then it was going to go to Duluth, but then it went to Kansas City or Kansas, Missouri to get sorted, and it's still down there. There's no sense, but they're sorting other places, and they're just going to leave it. And then after Christmas, I bet you everything will just show right up.
Right, and then you'll have a pile of packages in your front door.
I'll open the front door, and it'll just be like packages to the ceiling.
Right, it'll just fall in on you.
And I need some stuff from the Pinball Resource for roller disco, so
wait to order.
I'm gonna have to wait till after Christmas.
Yes, exactly.
Fuck you, roller disco. All right,
alrighty.
We'll talk to you later, Gators.
All right, peace out.